Hello guys, my name is Nick, and I am going to show you guys, how to win Stacker. I do not have a Stacker machine personally, and I cannot get to a location with the Stacker machine, so I'm just going to show you guys using some poor drawings I drew. This is why I'm not an artist, but it will do exactly what I'm looking for. Basically, everyone either costs 50 cents to $1. It really depends. There's a start-stop button right here. This also, as the blocks are going back and forth, will stop the blocks on the screen. And this is the prize selection. Now, if you get to the small prize here, then you get to select one of the bottom prizes. 99% of the time, the bottom prizes are not worth $1 or 50 cents, depending on the machine. And you can keep going to the large prize, which is usually rigged, and you can win anything from, and yeah, I'll actually show you because I have this. The small prizes usually consist of bracelets, bouncy balls, or anything worth less than $1. They're not very good. If you get a small prize, you will not get your money back 99% of the time. The large prizes can consist anything from like an iPad, an iPod Touch, an iPhone, $100, $200, whatever. Gift cards, cash money, GPSs, or anything that are expensive. This is basically how the board works. You have your squares, and what happens is if you take the square either before, let's say you get up to, and you still have the 3 blocks, and you accidentally put 1 block on this side, and you'd only have 2 remaining, and you'd have to go up with the 2, and eventually, no matter what, even if you do still have the 2 or the 3, it'll automatically drop down. I think it's after 4 on the 3s, and then after 4 on the 2s, you automatically go to 1 for the small prize. And then once you win the small prize, as I said, you usually get anything like that. And if you keep going to the large prize, which is usually rigged, I'll go over that in just a second, you can win anything from this list. Now, this is the rig key, usually. The owner of the business can, when they buy a machine, or when they rent it, or whatever they do, they can actually set the rig value. So the 1 of 500 means for every $500 spent in the machine, one person will win. 1 in 1,000, $1,000, one person will win. 1,600, one person will win for every $1,600. 2,000, somebody will win after the 2,000. Now, this game is slightly about skill, as I said, the second number right here is the amount of money, first number is the amount of winners. It depends on the hand-eye coordination, so that's one thing. It depends on if you're lucky that day. And with the luck situation, it also stands for how many people have played the game before you, and how much money have they spent. So, this is how to tell if it's rigged. Now, there are 2 ways to tell, and honestly, there's only one way that really works. First way is see if somebody else loses. That's basically the best you can do, but that one usually doesn't work because a lot of people aren't good at it. Now, I personally am good at Stacker, and this is how you can tell if it's rigged. Let's say you have already passed the small prize and you are 1 away from winning the large prize. Oh, you are so excited. So I drew this separately right here. Okay, point 1, point 2, point 3. Now, this is point 1. This right here would be where point 2 is, and point 3 is over on the other side. So point 2 is right above. Point 2 is a winner. Point 1 is where you start off. You're moving this direction towards the centerpiece. Point 3 is where it actually ends. So point 1 is where you start. Point 2 is actually where I click. So let's say you click it exactly at point 2, and then point 3 is where it ends. So basically that's stating if you click it exactly where it's supposed to be, and it has not reached one of its payment standards, it'll automatically just go from this one automatically to this one, even if you click it in the right spot. If it has not made enough money, then it will skip over the block. Now, you can kind of guess why this is a lot easier to explain through these pictures. The most common ways to tell where the rig set is, usually the most common rigs are $1 in $100, one winner for 500, 1,000, 1,600, and 2,000. The less common are the 2,500, the 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Some people are just cheap like that. Now, how can you tell if they're rigged and how much they're rigged by? Well, first of all, look at the price and success of the business. If you're at a business that is just opening, they're most likely going to start off with one of the lower set rig values. And the value of the prizes, that's a big one. So let's say they have an iPad in there. They're not going to give that away for $100 or $500. The iPads usually cost from anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. So they're either going to do 2,000 or the 5,000, most likely 2,500, depending on the generation. Now, let's say that it is a very well-developed business, and they have had Stacker for a long, long time, and they're making a lot of profits on it. And they have the 1 in $100, and they have $50 prizes out, okay? Now what might happen is they can go to the seller and the manufacturer of the Stacker, and they can actually buy higher rig values for more money. Let's say they wanted the $1,000 rig and they only had the 100. It'll cost them about $200 to get the upgrade to make it so every $1,000 made, it'll let somebody win it if they actually hit it in the right spot. Now let's say they're making huge profits off the 1 in 1,000, or they're losing profits. Either way, let's say there's a lot of happy customers getting their iPad 4. Let's say they said, okay, it's time to put an investment and upgrade it again to the 2,000. So now, usually what happens is when they increase the value of that, they increase the value of the prizes. So that's how you can tell their rig set, because if they have a $2,000 item, they're probably not going to have the 2,000 set, and they're probably going to have the $2,500 set, so that they can still make a profit off it, and so on and so forth. I've actually seen some with $10,000 gas cards and stuff in it, like stuff that normal little kids wouldn't do. So that's why some of them are for the older kids. Now, if you have like the 15,000 one in there, it's probably like a coupon certificate for a car or something. Some of them do that. They get partnerships with local car dealers and other stuff like that, and they will make money by sponsoring their business in their game machine, which also is another reason for them to add increased prices. So I hope this will help you guys win some Stacker games. I'm sorry I couldn't demonstrate today, but it's a little bit easier to demonstrate using this, even though my drawings are horrible. Nonetheless, as I said, it's a fun game. It's pretty easy to tell if it's rigged, though. I would definitely recommend, if you're playing the game, to record you. If you get to the large prize, always record it, and you can see if it's rigged or not, and you can warn other people about it, because that's a nice thing to do. If I've won a couple things off it, not really great prizes. And also, I forgot to say one more thing on how to tell if it's rigged set. I forgot to write it down also. If it's a dollar machine, they will usually have a little bit lower because they can reach their goal better. Or even if it's a dollar machine, they might have it higher just because they can reach it easier. That's what I mean. They can have it higher. And if it's the 50-cent one, they'll usually have it lower with less prizes that are valuable, so they can make their money quicker. So nonetheless, that's basically how it works. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try and help you guys with other arcade games such as claw machines and anything else that you're having trouble winning. So thank you guys. Please rate, subscribe, everything like that. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video and me fail. Thank you very much. Goodbye.